Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I'm Conqueror. This is our wonderful Genoa campaign. So in the previous episode, we are the superb Republic of Genoa, by the way. I'm not sure when our name changed. In the previous episode, we spent 5 years fighting the French, and it was brutal. There were many casualties, many good Genoans died, some Castilians and Hungarians too. We are now in the Quadruple Defense League between Castile, Naples, Genoa, and Hungary, aiming to contain the aggression of France. And what I think we need to do is rapidly modernize our military. We need to invent a bunch of pike and shot stuff, invent a bunch of these regiments. We have already gotten upgraded to early arquebuses, which is going to dramatically increase the size of our army without increasing the number of regiments, which is good. You have a pretty darn good Spinola general there. I should be putting Spinolas in all of our important positions, of course. Let's get that done. And we're going to be modernizing the military and getting back to building up. We're also going to integrate Catalonia, which is going to be good, and integrating all of these provinces. We've already integrated Barcelona, I believe. Yeah. So Barcelona is integrated. These ones are being integrated. Once we've got Catalonia integrated, this assimilation will start going faster, and that's a big boost to our population that we're going to be able to leverage against France. We'll then do the same, once we finished up integrating this area, we'll then do the same with Sicily, and we should be in a pretty strong position. Our new holdings here also need integrating, but we mostly took these, not because they're immediately valuable to us, but because it denies the forts to France in a war. Because anytime we have to fight France, if they have a whole bunch of forts behind our lines, that just causes all kinds of problems for us. That is the plan. Serious increase to the size of the military. Inventing training fields so that we can power out a whole load of new manpower. Continuing to culture convert places so that we can get manpower out of them. Sounds good. And then, in only 6 years, we need to be ready to take France on again. We won't necessarily aggressively go after them if we can be left to continue to get wealth from overseas. Because right now, I don't think our colonies are making us much money. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if we sort by who's giving us the most money, the Canary Islands are. They're giving us 1.15 ducats. Not a lot. Not a lot yet. But there's development to be done. And we'll get there. We'll get there. There will also be money to be made from trade, but right now, not a whole lot. How about around here? Are we making anything from trade over here? Some. I'm just looking at how much trade capacity we're using. There's some trade going on around here. We did massively slow down our colonization during that war. We probably should keep it a little bit slower. What did you just eat? Sorry, dog just nicked a treat off my desk. Anyway, we're also going to continue the march towards India. We are exploring all of these 3 regions here, heading that way, so we can try and get some Indian trade going on. Delhi hasn't fallen yet. That's good. Are they the Shakatism panel? What is this? It's a Hindu. Avatars are allowed. Good. I know very little about Hinduism, I confess. Yeah, lots of potential people over here that we could A, trade with, or B, conquer and then assimilate. would be good too. Here's a milestone. We can put overseas trading posts in Arabia. Hell yeah. That's going to be lucrative, I think. Because presumably there is going to start to be goods that are struggling to reach the market. I really don't know which that might be. Oh, you know what? There's quite a few slaves here. That could be useful, potentially. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, a lot of overseas trading posts just went up. Ooh, we've made a discovery. I've heard tell of a continent. Fantastic. Now, can we still explore here from the south? We can. We're still launching all kinds of explorations from here, some of which won't be able to launch right away, but that's fine. They only start costing you money once they launch, I think. So it's not a big deal if we stall them out. I could be wrong about that, actually, now I think about it. But do we need to explore here? I'm pretty sure there's no islands in that space. Thinking about it. Yeah, are there? I don't think there are. Anyway, exploring here, contact with India. Now, the difficulty we're going to have is how the heck are we going to trade with India? How the hell do you have that much negative opinion? Just because, yeah, different religious group, different language family. So I don't think I'm ever going to be able to build trade posts here. Which, I mean, we'll build the foreign trade posts, and then I guess we have motive to conquer them. That makes sense. Wanted to give you an update on our American colonization. What I've done is picked out all the best natural harbors on the east coast, eastern seaboard, I guess. I don't know if this counts. What? Would you call this the east coast of America? I think I would. Anyway, we've picked out all the best natural harbors and started colonies in them, and now they exist, and they should, yes, there we go, indeed be starting their own colonies out from that. They don't seem to go coastal much, but anyway, so we're just going to be keeping doing that, exploring around all here. I'm expecting to find, obviously, some Aztec lot living it up around here. We've also got, I've called this Memel because it's square. I know it's Puerto Rico, obviously, but... And we've got our Hispaniola, Jamaican, and Cuban colonies all set up. Oh, that's weird. It's weird that sometimes it takes internal provinces. Bizarre. And that's from Peak Colony? This guy is colonizing up here? What? We might have to take that land off them. Give it to somebody else. Can you even seize land from... yeah, you can. Good. We might seize that land off them. Give it to someone more sensible. But yeah, I'm trying to split everyone up into, you know, not too big provinces so they can get some actual proximity. I don't know if you can move their capitals, though. And if you can't, I might tag switch to them and move their capitals. Because it's the same problem you have in mayor and taxes. The capitals are so important for proximity, but the AI doesn't understand that. So I might move them manually, but not a big deal for now, I don't think. But yeah, trying to grab what we can up here. We also do have a Greenland colony underway, which is fun. And we're exploring this. We're doing a bunch of explorations over here, all the way up this coast as well, all of Madagascar. But I don't think we're preparing them as fast as we can, building up more goods. It keeps being liquor that we're short of, I think. It's tools, actually. Good. Well, we have some more tool production coming online, so that should help. Are there any villages that produce tools? Can a market village produce tools? It can. Let's get some more market villages in these regions then. And so we need more fiber. Yeah. Building up Cape Colony so it can actually provide our goods is working quite well. Oh yes, another thing we've done is improve our cultural relations with Castile using favors a couple of times. We obviously don't have very much Castilian land. Do we even have any Castilians in our country? I'm not sure we do. But Castilian is a culture that I expect in the future we will own a great deal of land in that. So that's good. Can I see our relation to them? I don't think I can, actually, unless I have any... here, I just uncheck this, right. Castilian. So you can see that we are now kindred with Castilian, which means that Castilian countries like us more, and we will be able to integrate them in much more easily in the future, which will be good. Oh, there are actually a couple in here. Nice. Good stuff. But yeah, it costs us only 0.15, which is very good. Obviously, that's the amount we currently have. So that seems quite high, actually. Anyway, finishing and integrating a lot of our lands over here, getting those cores done. And yes, you can see we now have majority Ligurian in all of this area. Tunisia is still TBD, but we will get the demography there sorted so we can start having less rebels in this region. We have been having a lot of rebellions down here, but the culture conversion will sort that. Okay, so big day. 2 inventions. 1, the training grounds. The question is how much of these, training fields, how much are these going to cost us is the question. So 10 monthly manpower, and we can build them anywhere? No, we have to have primary culture. Okay, and you can only build 1 per province, looks like, regardless of population. No, you can build more than 1 per province if you have enough population. Okay. And these cost in upkeep guns, weaponry, paper, cloth, and leather. But you only pay for 1/5. So I think building these could actually be explosive for our our economy. And we are, of course, going to turn on the auto clicker and just build as many as we can afford. And then we're going to do that several times until we have them absolutely everywhere. Massively increase our army. France, you have awoken the beast. I was happy. I was happy to just consolidate Italy and build up my my industry. But now I'm going to take all of this land at bare minimum. And this. Another milestone. Look what I've found. Terra Australis. What's the phrase? Speculated but not found. Well, I found a coast. So let's see what's over here. Right, I said 2 important inventions. The other one is the halberdier, which is what we're going to be building now on, because I don't know how important initiative is, and I feel like halberdiers are just better. So we're going to do that. Well, there's the end of the Italian Wars. We were getting close to winning, 160 or so, but no matter. So the Italian League has indeed disbanded. We did have this briefly on assured defense, but doing another vote. Naples wants automatic. We'll see how this vote shakes out. They're going possible, possible, interesting. Beefing up the army, of course, up to 982 monthly manpower. Pretty good, pretty good. We are, I mean, yeah, comparing just to France, obviously the main relevant comparator. In terms of professional army, we got them beat, but there's a lot of French people, that's for sure. How many of them are there now? 12 million, Jesus. They've also allied Bohemia, which is not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. It is kind of funny how expensive colonization is right now for essentially no reward, which makes sense, to be clear. It should be expensive early on, and then, you know, hopefully later on we'll start reaping some revenue from it. But we're getting... It's hard for me to tell how much trade income we're generating, but we do not have very much trade capacity in these markets. It's like 20 here, 20 there, but over in America it's basically nothing. And we're spending, what, 120 on exploration. That's about to go up because I just launched the whole exploration of Mexico. And I'm keeping it at about 750 a month on cost of colonies. It does kind of look like we're going to be able to completely lock down the New World, which is a little crazy. But it's fun, that's for sure. We're up to 1,200 monthly manpower, which means we could literally double the size of our army if we could afford it. When's our truce with France? Oh, it's already expired. I didn't even notice. It's a little worrying. Yeah, if Bohemia and France declare on us, I mean, it's going to be a problem. I need to stop building up economy and start training a bunch of more halberdiers, I think. We've got the occupation bug on our vassal, on our, whatever, the rebels again. But fortunately, we have a new mod. Oh, it's not working. Is it working? I can't tell. It is working. There we go. We can now get debug mode on and off without any problems. Good stuff. So now I can go through and say, what is it? Occupy Racas. No? Well, I'll figure it out, but we'll get these all occupied now. Fix that issue. Otherwise, again, the revolution is just endless, and it's clearly bugged, because they're meant to flip back immediately. Nice tech accomplishment here. We have our Houses of Parliament being built, which gives us 20% more crown power and permanent parliament, which just means we can't call parliaments anywhere else. Doesn't really matter. I'm not really sure what the point is of that modifier, because we were calling them one in Genoa anyway, but means that we get some more crown power, which is nice. We're also about to unlock the Lazaretto. Where is this? Down here, which gives some disease resistance. Not that exciting. However, trade advantage, quite nice, but much more importantly, merchant quarters. Basically 50% domestic trade capacity. Oh, baby. And more pop simulation speed, I assume. No, it's the same pop simulation speed. That's strange. Do the higher ones give more? They don't. Weird. But anyway, yeah, that's a definitely a nice get. Going to increase our trade capacity and hence income quite some. Oh yeah, that's another event to add. Dog Explorer event. There are lots of events that fire way too often. This is another example. Poor Harvest fires very often. It's probably the 20th time I've seen this event. Any event that fires regularly. Wave of Immigration. These events were built assuming you had 1 or 2 colonies, I think. So when you have whatever, 45 or something. They fire way too often. And a little bit of my thought process sharing. There's lots of stuff I've been doing off camera, but every time one of these finishes, you get an option. Do you want it to be a new colonial subject? Do you want to let it join somewhere? I will let that one join somewhere. This one I misclicked, unfortunately, which is why it's so small. I'm aiming to make them have roughly this much coastline each. This one will go from like here to here. This one will go like here to here. This one will go here to here. Massachusetts will go here to here, and so on. That way we can try and give them not too much room. And also, I believe they do move their capital sometimes, fortunately. So hopefully this guy will move his capital down to a more central location down here. We are still spending, 700. Every time it gets down to 500, I put it back up to like 1,000 ducats a month on colonization, basically. Still not a single other AI in the Americas yet. And also, we are securing an alliance with Poland. Nearly. I've been professing my trust a whole bunch. Hopefully we'll be able to get that soon. Though actually, if they liked us a bit more, that would do it. Have food access. Not quite enough. We'll get there, though. I have been sending a lot of my colonists from Tunis, by the way. 100,000 people so far have left Tunis for the New World. And I'm going to keep doing it just because it amuses me. That it's not a city that we get a whole lot out of. So I am in favor of sending them all from there, basically. Scaling up the army, obviously, to try and give us a bulwark against the French threat. How does it think we match up these days in military strength? Excuse me, do you scroll up? We don't have a diplomat declare war, so I can't check, but yeah. Getting there in terms of relative power. Their professional army remains, pretty small. 5 times smaller than ours. Oh yes, and Barcelona has been integrated, and we are still culture converting it. As you can see, there's some distance to go on that, but making some serious headway. Got some cores in here, with our Ligurian becoming dominant, which is very nice, because now we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of new levies. Here we go, 1,000 levies from here. Any other ones in here? Doesn't look like it, but yeah, way more levies available once it's properly caught up and culture converted and stuff. So now that we have broken the patricians completely, I think I am actually going to give them a privilege. I'm going to give them primacy of the nobility, which is big. Like, this is giving them 100% extra power, but realistically that's going to take them from 3 to 6. It's not a huge deal. And 5% discipline seems very valuable to me. So I think we are going to do that. 3% it's substantial, but I think that's worth it as we face down the threat of ye old Frenchies. I don't think. Oh yeah, and we revoked this from the commoners, so we could get up to 100% resting clergy for tech growth, which is working pretty nicely. I don't think there's anything else in here that I'm interested in giving out though. Cool. Nice. By offering food access and professing trust multiple times, there's an alliance with Poland. So I feel like the war we would declare, unfortunately, they like them. How about if I declared on, like, Padua? No. What about... I need someone that will get me to war with... Well, ideally just France, now I think about it. Who's France friends with? This country is actively improving opinion. France is improving Genoa's opinion of them. I wouldn't mind becoming friends with France again. Their opinion of us would be positive if it just weren't for weakened our league and annexed neighbor. Because if we were friends with France, we could turn on Castile. Which would be great because their culture likes us. Anyway, our next war is going to be Morocco, by the way, because they have no antagonism against us, which is a mistake. Ooh, interesting. I think this is the, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the Treaty of Tordesillas. If Castile thinks he's getting half the world, he's sorely freaking mistaken. Oh, yeah, it is the Treaty of Tordesillas. Our expansions into the new land has not passed unnoticed by the Kingdom of France, also expanding their holdings quickly. Become a competitor for the best harbors and the coastline of America. Respectfully, No, they haven't. They've got one colony, though. They do have one. A competitor for the best land and harbours. But let's see what this does. So, nothing to be done. It could eventually lead to conflict between our countries. Oh, no. So, we could meet in Genoa, get some centralization and 5% prosperity. We go to their capital. That's what we want to do. They like us more, and we get 5 more towards outward, which is just what we want. Or a turbo, an American settlement, get some more centralization, lose money. We'll go to Paris to tell them that they should stay out of the New World. And here it is, the Treaty of Paris. The treaty was signed in Paris. Excuse me, I don't think we've signed it yet. Progress to ratification increases each month by 0.5. Interesting. Push to settle the treaty for 15 church points. An imaginary line that divides the world down the centuries will be removed to a new location. Progress to ratification will be made. Origin of the line right now is here, meaning it divides the world that half and that half. So do I need to like move it all the way that way? Like, can I put the line here and it goes from here to here? I don't know how this works. Claim an area. Expand our colonial claims. Claim a conflicting area. Revoke a claim. Exchange sides. Which side are we right now? State of the treaty. I think we're not going to sign this. Like, this seems idiotic. Obviously, everything outside of Europe has been given personally by God to Genoa. And I think we're going to keep it that way. But we'll see. We'll see how the treaty progresses. I don't have very much prestige to spend on claiming an area. So let's just see how it goes, I guess. Ooh. Due to being claimed through the Treaty of Paris, only France is currently allowed to colonize this area. Does that mean I can't colonize, like, anywhere right now? No, I can do this. Okay, so it's time to throw caution to the wind on that. Yeah, we can still start colonies down here. So I'm not sure... Like, they have a colony here, so it makes sense that they would claim this area. But they don't have a colony here. So how do I see... Ah, here we go. We can see what's been claimed. Right, and this is unclaimed, I assume. Okay, it's west of the imaginary line. Oh, they want everything west of a line from here. Are you high? That's insane. But I can right now colonize here. And if I have an ongoing colony, I'm imagining that will give me it once we actually have any people here. France, you're trying to rip me off, buddy. Progress alignment shifted to a new location. Let's see what this does. We can move it to any one of these 3 provinces. Okay, what if I want to move it to Mexico? Interesting. Surely there's a way to not sign. You would think, right? Interesting. Interesting. Is there an end condition? Situation will end when the treaty's relevance drops to 0 during its second phase. Okay, so it's got 2 phases, like signing it and then getting rid of it. Interesting. Well, I am going to start all the colonies I can in regions that France currently considers that they have an entitlement to. Although actually that hasn't given us... Oh, we don't have a colony here, it's just our subject. So yeah, I'm going to start a whole load of new colonies and start spending absolutely up the wazoo on cost of colonies. We're going to not do any more exploration for a minute, because I don't want this to even temporarily slow down my colonization. Of course, if we had a war against France, we could potentially take this land off them, but yeah, I'm not prepared to give you access to all this land just because, you know, Pope Man says you can or whatever. Seems ridiculous. Speaking of which, I'm improving relations with the Pope, in case that's relevant. There it is, merchant quarters. It's our first upgrade ever, I think, that we can actually build. Changes the... Hang on. Why can't I build any of these? Wait a minute. What's going on? Can I? Oh, I can. Okay, it's just that it wasn't popping up in that screen. The upgrade's not showing that screen. Anyway, it's going to be really expensive to do in... Oh, no, it's not. It doesn't count as building something. Let's go. So it's not having the extra cost from this applied. That's probably why it doesn't show up in that list. It's probably a bug as well, but nice. Give me 16 of those. Did that just delete all of my marketplaces? I think it did. I think it deleted my... Oh, no, there they are. Can we have both? Surely not. Maybe when it... Probably as it builds the new ones. The old ones will get deleted. It's my suspicion. Anyway, we have been trying to get out of debt. I don't remember how I got into 10,000 ducats of debt. We must have had an event at some point that I just completely missed how expensive it was. But we're now going to spend some time very much not getting out of debt because I'm busy. Okay, I can click on the map, but I can't actually. Well, I can just do it this way. Hands up. Good stuff. We'll just do it that way. We got a lot of spending to do because this is going to give us so much more trade capacity. It's going to be bonkers. Okay. France wants us to swap which side of the world we go for. So I feel like we might as well say yes, because that will let us claim America. But I want to be clear, France. I'm not letting you claim India. Like, even if I accept this, which I'm going to do, because there's no reason not to really, because this means now we'll get this area. Yeah, so now we'll get the claims on all this area. But now I'm just, I mean, I don't really understand this system. I'm really worried that at the end, it's just going to be like, okay, now you can't colonize anything on this line. But where can we shift it to? Let's shift it. I mean, let's just keep shifting it east, I guess. But no, I don't want to delay ratification, honestly. I want to get it ratified so I can understand what it's actually going to do. But that gives me claims over all of America. I don't trust it. I'm going to keep colonizing. But I'm being delayed because I obviously want to build all these merchant quarters as fast as possible. Big day. We've discovered almost the entire coast of Africa and, crucially, bits of India, which means it's time to start throwing down some overseas trade posts. We've got a lot of them to build. A great deal of them to build. And that's going to help our trade income as well as the new merchant offices for sure. I strongly recommend getting a auto clicker to play this game with, by the way. And when upgrading buildings, don't worry about doing it on the map. Open the macro builder, scroll to the bottom, and then auto click away. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is a big milestone. Plus 10 pop conversion speed. That is a 10 times increase in the base pop conversion that we're going to be seeing. Very nice. Very nice. Wait, base value for each country plus 2? Huh. I thought it was plus 1. I guess assimilation to 1 and conversions 2. Alright, it's a 5 times increase. Still, that's huge. So now our holdings over here are going to start getting substantially more Christian, which will be helpful for us. We're also about to get Protestantism, presumably. Yeah, we are at 100% Reformed desire, so that will be interesting. Now there's an image to represent the militarization of our country. We will make many, many weapons. Oh, are you kidding me? We will make many, many weapons. Look at them all. It's glorious. So tech-wise, proximity minus through port minus 5 is going to be really nice. It's a pretty huge flat reduction. And then we're getting food production from all those good gold Columbian exchange crops, followed by paper and printers shop. Should let us produce tons more books, which will be nice. Those should be quite profitable, I hope. And then possible government reforms is also good. And then we're rushing down the new dock and the foreign cultural law. And I'm still not completely sure what I'm going to go with there, but I think it's this for the culture capacity. Because 10% pop assimilation speed. Oh, nice. There's annexation. 10% assimilation speed is not... It's not huge. Because that's like 5% more. Because we already have... What is this? Like 150? So it's less than 5% more. It's good, but it's not that good. Big day. First colonial charters in Australia. Let's send people from Barcelona. Cool. Enjoy Australia, chaps. What's she spending now? 800 ducats on colonies. Probably dial it back a bit. The trade income is increasing, by the way. We've got about 700 ducats extra monthly income since we invented that new building. All practically covers our whole colonial. 10 prestige or 10,000 ducats. I think I'll take the 10 grand, please. Ah, crap. Bohemia have joined the coalition. Okay, that being the case, I think perhaps we declare on the coalition. I went to all this trouble to fabricate a claim on Morocco, but maybe we try and go to war with, like, Burgundy. Because that doesn't call France in. In which case, if we can get Castile to help, and Poland, then we could be in a good place. So what about... Poland would join for land in this one. There. That's the war. Poland, Hungary, and us versus the coalition. Okay, so next parliament, that's what we're going to do. We knew it was a risk when we let Bohemia get enough for a coalition. It was always going to be problematic. We could just do a little quick war against Morocco, just using the professional army, the true era of the future. Could be fun. Fighting, I'm sorry I didn't show you the battle, but fighting with all professional armies is kind of glorious. We are annihilating them. We had 24,000 troops sieging this fort, and they attacked in with all three of their armies, one after another. They had superior numbers every time. 3 victories, baby. I think we're going to take quite a bit from them in this war. And I am in the mood for taking places in regions, whole regions, because it makes the assimilate region cabinet action much more efficient. Speaking of which, check out the Ligurian region we have here. Hell yes. 6.6 million Ligurian pops in the world. Look at, oh my god, I haven't seen this tooltip before. Look at that. Look at the number of people that we've shipped overseas. I mean, not all of them will have been shipped overseas, obviously. Many of them will have been, you know, homegrown. But that's a lot of pops. That's a lot of pops overseas. Okay, so using the professional army is fun. I've just realized how many casualties we've taken, though. I think it was about 50,000. It's just occurred to me that like that takes a really long time to recover. Like 50 months. Which is not crazy, actually, now I say it, but that's a long time still. So we need to be slightly more conservative with our troops, which is what I'm going to do now. We'll take probably a smaller peace deal, but we've got some ticking to be done yet. I've just realized something, and it's going to change the game. We can ask our colonies for Fondaco rights, which means I'm going to be able to build Fondacos over here. No! Wait, these things are all true. Oh, we died! No. It's a shame. Why can't I build it here? There are already Ligurian burghers. Ah, so we can't do Fondaco rights in our subjects. That would have been pretty funny. Also, say hello to India. Looks nice and fragmented. Ripe for some trading posts is what I'd call that. Oh, baby. A 197.93 or a 95.177. And then there's some others that don't even have hundreds in them. Holy crap. I think it's got to be the 197.93, right? Oh, I clicked the freaking buttons in the wrong order again. All right, reloading the save. There we go. Fix that properly. And here we go. A 197.93. And now please, let this give me mill points. Oh, it does. Oh, baby. What? It didn't give him mill points. Oh, well. What happened, though? Why didn't that give him mill points? Does he have a modifier on him? Oh, it gave him admin. Did one of the others give military? Oh, time to reload the save again. Okay, let's try that again. So, he's got 93, join a foreign order of chivalry. The one that gives military points. I swear I just saw one. There we go. Brandenburg gives military points. Oh, the 197, 100. He's beautiful. He's only 26. youthful, man. He's younger than me. Oh, it's going to be a good time to be Genoan, man. A very good time. It's a new patch. Let's go. So, one of the main fixes, and I don't know if it will have applied yet, is that it should automatically increase all of these and use up all of the extra capacity now, which is a bug I reported a while ago, and they fixed that, hopefully. We'll check if it works, because I'm sure they thought it worked the first time. But we'll see. We'll see. With any luck. With any luck, that will work. Oh, look, our commoners appear to have just got happier during this patch. I wonder why. Oh, that could just be the ruler's diplomatic ability having shot up. Right, yeah, makes sense. Can we permanently dismiss these yet? No. That would be really useful. What else was I saying? What were the other patches? Oh yeah, so these things will actually properly finish on the month they're supposed to, which is really nice. Crash to desktops fixed. Claim throne in the 100 Years War is now properly fixed. What else was the good one? There was another really good one. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, personal unions work better now. So good. So good. I mean, if that trade thing works, I'm going to be over the moon. Let's see if it does. Who did it just give this occupation to? New Benin. Okay. Not everything is fixed. Not everything is fixed. Look at that. The all-gold cabinet. Hell yes. And in fact, one of these guys is actually purple. But I think I have them doing something that they're not the purple one. Yeah, that's right. This chappy. Wait, does that mean I don't have a head of cabinet right now? No, I still do. This guy's head of cabinet. Cool. Very nice. Rereading the patch note, it actually says, fix this not being updated when the merchant capacity goes down. The problem is when the merchant capacity goes up. So I'm not actually sure this is fixed. Damn it. Right, so don't need debug mode anymore. You may remember that previously there was wasn't exactly a bug, but more like a bit of, shall we say, suboptimal design, whereby, I didn't mean to close the truce one, whoops. Oh, and I reloaded a slave that was slightly too early after fixing this, never mind. There was a bit of interesting design, whereby if you tried to offer someone an alliance, they would really hate it if you had a coalition against you. Now, the code has been rewritten, at my suggestion, which I'm very pleased with. Always love it when that happens. So that, instead, what it does is it counts the number of nations that have... it looks at a nation, let's say Austria is willing to join the coalition. It looks at Austria, it says, what's Austria's military strength relative to Genoa's military strength? Okay, is it substantial? So let's say their military strength was, I don't know how these numbers are calculated, but it doesn't actually matter because it's just a ratio. But let's say theirs is 5 minus 10. It goes, okay, so they're half the size, and then we take that number, so 0.5, and we times it by 10, so that's 5. And what's supposed to happen is that is reduced from the reasons of people to make an alliance with you. But if we look at the reasons for France to accept an alliance with us, oh right, yeah, sorry, I fixed it. I was thinking I was going to show you the problem, but I've actually applied the fix already. Wow, these are some interesting numbers. Those numbers are wrong. Anyway, it added it. So my mod that previously completely got rid of the is a likely target of coalition modifier now fixes it. So it subtracts rather than adds. So what this means is that 80% of our military strength is currently eligible to join a coalition against us. And that applies that's kind of weak, isn't it? Now I think about it. It's only minus 10 for a coalition equal in size to my country. I guess equal in size to your country is not that crazy for someone that you might be willing to fight if belonging land is 5.5 times more impactful. But anyway, yeah, you want that mod. Although actually by the time I'm saying this, like, this video will come out weeks after the patch that broke the fix, so you probably don't need the mod now, but anyway, I have a mod that will fix that now. All right, back to fighting Morocco. Okay, big day. The paper workshop building has been unlocked. So let's take a look. How much better are these than our old paper buildings? Because right now we have the Paper Makers Guild, right? Which makes... what does one of these do? How do I see this? Surely there must be a way to see what one does. Paper Makers Guild makes... the one that we're currently using mostly is 0.5 cloth and 0.1 wood into 1 paper. And this, on the other hand, makes 10% more output and slightly less cloth input. Okay, and there's one that just runs on fiber. Interesting. It's not much better. And it does employ... Oh no, it's bad. It employs more people. It employs 25% more people and only produces 10% more output. But it is more efficient. So its profit is more if you have the room for it. Why can't I build these anywhere? That's weird. I can build them in lots of places, they're just not showing on the map. Ah, because I don't have available peasants, right. What I don't care about available peasants, I care about available, no deficit of burgers. That's what I care about. I mean, it thinks it'll be quite profitable, but that does mean we're putting a lot more burgers into these things than we were before. That's interesting. Well, let's build a couple and then compare them, you know, in actual fact. Build a bunch of them. They're also, I think, we're going to need more and more of them when we get these new bookbinding printer shops. Which turn what? Lead, paper. Hang on, let me screenshot this. The other good thing about these, of course, is that we can build them with burgers rather than clergy. And I think we're more limited on clergy. What's our current, not paper, sorry, scriptorums, book, that's what I meant to write. These take, it doesn't take dyes. Interesting, it uses lead instead of dyes. And they're much bigger buildings. They employ 5 times as many people. But only make 3 times more stuff. That's interesting. Interesting. I guess that's kind of enables de-peasanting to an extent. We need to be building more buildings, I think. I was saving money to build these all these workshops and things. Oh yeah, and I've just noticed the integrating region thing is fixed. So this actually shows up here properly now. Nice. I should perhaps slow down. 1400 on colonial maintenance is getting, it's a little intense. Yeah, it's interesting. It depends what you're bottlenecked by, I guess. But these paper workshops seem really bad because they employ so many more people than a scriptorum. Sorry, not that one. Oh, I was comparing paper, level 2 paper workshop to a scriptorum. Silly me, that's not a one-to-one. Never mind, ignore me. Oh, I thought we were done building merchant quarters. I was so wrong. We have so much higher heights to reach on trading. Let's go. I thought we were wrong because I had the available peasants filter set. That's not what matters. In fact, nothing matters. Just build these forever. Look what we found, by the way. An archipelago, some of which is uncolonized. Exquisite. We will head over there at best speed, take a look at all of these areas, and see what there is to see. See what strange spice, for example, may be extracted from this faraway land. God, just trying to find people under 38 is becoming a real problem. Hopefully we can manage explorations from Madagascar. We'll find out, I guess. This, yeah, I mean, I wonder how good the automated exploration is. This is one of the reasons why I think I'm not really sure how much having characters adds to the game. Because this process is made much slower by the fact that I have to manually go and select an appropriate character every single time. I don't really see what that adds, personally, but anyway. All right, good. Bunch of explorations. We'll see them go black when we unpause. Boom. All of that region now being explored. And we can find China. Oh, I'd love to trade with China. Ah, we can't though, because I definitely can't fund an exploration from down here. We're going to have to set up an Australian exploration capable area at some point. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Explore South Australia. I can do that from here. South Australia, heave away, haul away, and all that. Boom. Jolly good. So this is the peace deal I'm considering. It's a little aggressive, little dramatic, taking rather a lot of land, 90 war scores worth of land, in fact. But I think we can do it. It gives, with Christian nations, about 15 antagonism. That's doable. It will put Morocco permanently in the coalition. But if we take chunks this size out of them twice more, they basically don't exist. And with the new convert area, and we have most of our existing areas already integrated, as you can see. So we're ripe for fresh conquest, and we're better at converting people now. So let me just check out the antagonism, but I think that's what we're doing. All right, so here's the new printing shops. They reckon this will make 3.5 from 250 people in here in Lucca. That's compared to a scriptorum, which is making 0.8 for 50 people. So it really seems worse. I guess in certain contexts you would prefer to have more burgers. And it costs 50 ducats to make one, whereas a scriptorum costs... Oh, and you can upgrade them directly. Interesting. In fact, I'm not sure I can build scriptorums anymore. I probably can by doing this, right? No, I actually think I can't build scriptorums anymore. That's interesting because they do not seem like an upgrade. They make way less profit per building. No, I can build scriptorums still. Oh, wait. I can... Okay, but it screws up the map mode once you have the upgrade. Interesting. Well, the new ones do crank out more stuff. Oh, you know what? I forgot something. The building limit. Okay, no. They're way better. They're way better because they produce way more per building limit, and the building limit is realistically what is limiting us right now. Cool. Good. That solves that conundrum. I've just remembered how much you can tip the map. Can you imagine playing like this? In unrelated news, I made some mead. It's about a year old. Very nice. Pairs perfectly with tilting the map to ridiculous angles. Anyway, let's... Oh, but tilting it too much up is also really disorientating. This is the correct tilt. Anyway, we're going to war with the coalition. I've got my liquid courage sorted. We've got our great big yoink from Morocco. Bohemia being in the coalition is an unacceptable threat to my sovereignty, and so I have got a CB to use on Venice. Oh, Poland was willing to join a minute ago. Oh, they still are. Okay, Hungary will join. That's interesting. Hungary, what happened to your acceptance tick? That's weird. Okay, bug report, and then we declare the war. Right, save uploaded, bug reported. I don't know what's going on there, but Hungary will join the war, despite my fears. And Castile won't? No, Castile will not, because it's distant to them. Actually, because they're at war. Who are you at war with, Castile? Oh, you're still at war with Mali, right. Castile called us into this war against Mali, and now they're losing it. That's funny. I would like Castile to help. We don't need their help, but it would make the war easier, and therefore let us snowball faster. More people will join the coalition if I don't declare right away, but only these two. So we're not going to declare right away. We're going to wait for Castile's peace deal. Can I see anything useful about them here? Yes, I assume that X means they're at war. Maybe I should be pinning people just to keep track of the important countries. It does use up quite a lot of my my space here, but it's not the worst. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Also, do I have any other non-colonial subjects? No, I don't. Okay, just Brescia, who we are working on annexing. Where even is Brescia? That bit. Right, okay, cool. That will be a nice get. Nice new new port. Okay, we'll stay at peace for a moment here then. Let's drop the army maintenance. Start making that money. Glorious. And yeah, we'll just take a little pause here. Build up some more trade. Okay, here we go. The Treaty of Paris. After much discussion in the city of Paris, a new agreement is signed. Establish clear rules for dividing the newly found continent. This agreement, henceforth in the Treaty of Paris, outlines the process for claiming vast tracts of land. The world is ours to conquer. We get 5 outward. And the County of St. Helena is violating the Treaty of Paris. Okay, so now it's still here. Treaty relevance. The current treaty relevance is 100. It is decreasing by 0.1. So the line is here. So does that mean that I cannot create a colonial charter here? Yes. because it is claimed by the Treaty of Paris. Okay. But can I just violate the Treaty of Paris? We get 10 antagonism if we violate it. Damn. And for 30,000, we can try and exchange one of our claims to an area. Okay. Interesting. Well, that would stop us colonizing any more over here, which is a problem. I think we fight the coalition first before we violate this. But we are 100% going to violate this. It gives us minus 0.2 prestige. That is nonsense. I assume when the treaty relevance hits 0, it goes away. Yeah, the situation will end when the treaty relevance drops to 0. So right now that's 1,000 months. But I assume the more people that violate it, the faster it drops. I hope. Prestige is not the end of the world anyway. But that is unfortunate. And this increases treaty relevance by 10. So all France has to do is click this once every so often to make it so I can't colonize anything over here. If they do that, I'm going to mod this because that's really dumb. But hopefully they don't. And hopefully more and more of my colonial subjects violate the treaty, thereby stopping it. Was that even my colonial subject, actually? Or was that this guy? I don't know how I could tell. Can I see on the map, like, who's abiding by it? I don't think so. It's an interesting idea, the Treaty of Tordesillas, as a mechanic, but I don't see a way of making it... Like, it should, to me, the amount of the world that you get should be based on your colonial presence. And other things, like your relation with the Pope, which it partly was, but... Yeah, well, we won't violate that yet because I don't want to cause 10 antagonism. Although, let's see what that would look like, actually. Right now, it's 22. Let's save it up and see what that looks like. Yeah, so it seems like we got 10 with, like, everybody. Wow. That's pretty intense. That is pretty intense. But it's not the end of the world, really, because most of the people we got it with are kind of too distant to be relevant. Oh, yeah, Tunis has been pulled into an Algerian revolt, by the way. So we can improve away a lot of that antagonism that we just got. We won't even necessarily need to with a lot of people, but let's just improve it away with some of the larger powers. We've got lots of diplomats we don't know what to do with, honestly, at the moment, because we're not spending on diplomatic spending, and we have our enforced transfer trade on like everybody in the world that we can do it on anyway. So all good. Why are we suddenly losing money? Ah, yes, because our Republican tradition's below 100. Right, so yeah, just winning this war down here, and then war with one way or another, war with Venice, because we only have the claim until next August. Hey, there's a Mali peace deal. Good. Did just manage to lose a battle against this lot, which is a bit embarrassing, but oh well. So yeah, it's convenient that Tunis came into this war, because obviously they're in the coalition, so this will make them easier. We could make them abandon piracy, but I haven't really noticed them doing any piracy, so I'm not going to bother with that. What I am going to make them do is dismantle a bunch of their forts, and yeah, actually their money is worth extremely little to me, now I think about it, because they have very little. So just dismantle a bunch of forts. I don't know why some forts are more expensive. You don't have level 2 forts, do you? Is it just because this fort is in a capital, I guess? That's probably what it is. Hey, Tunis, tear down those forts. Jolly good. And then you can give me a little bit of money as a sweetener. Boom. There goes Tunis. We'll gather the men up here. And then we're still just at war with the Revolter, who will accept our peace treaty. Boom. There we go. We'll integrate this lot. We will culture convert it. And then we will be back off to the races. I think we probably stop integrating Sicily, because Sicily is not that rebellious. Let's get this region integrated first. I think that is higher priority. And we want to do it region by region, because we can convert whole regions at once. So we will start with the Al-Maghrib Al-Wasat. And then... that should be good. Are you... No, someone here is good at this as well. Yeah, you integrating Valencia. I think that's not the priority right now. Instead, Come integrate Iran. It's not where I associate Iran with being. And you... Sorry, that was my area conversion guy, wasn't it? I'll put you on area conversion. Where would be good? We have got quite a few still in Emilia-Romagna that could do with being converted over. Like all this, this bits of the coast that we have, the bits that aren't Bulgarian. And by Bulgarian, I mean, wait, Romagna? Ah, Bohemia released it. I think they directly owned this at one point. Right, cool. We will vassalize Romagna in this next war then. Excellent. All right, so bulking up all the troops. Oh, crap. Oh, no, okay, it's 09. I thought it was 010. Okay, good, good, good. We still have our CB. So we're going to declare on Venice. We're going to call in Hungary. We're going to call in Castile. We're going to offer Poland land. We're going to call them in. Oh, no. Now they won't come in. Levy availability is very low. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll try improving their relations with them, but if they're not ready to go... Oh, God, by 2. We'll try improving relations, but if they're not ready to go by the time we're ready to go, it's off to the races. Our professional army can, like, 1v1. Bohemia, probably. Well, maybe not, but... And what are we targeting doing to Bohemia? Yeah, taking this vassal. Have you got any other vassals down here? Where are your vassals? Here they are. Yeah, right. They released another fiefdom here, looks like. County of Viscenia. If we could vassalize that as well, that would be good. But most importantly, I'd love to break their alliance with France, but I don't know how to do that. It doesn't seem like something you can just do. Could we have another rival, by the way? We could. No, sorry, 2 out of 2. Why only 2 out of 2? I thought we had 3. Bohemia has 3. Probably when you're a higher tier country. And once we vassalize those two, it's tempting to leave the HRE. Because what is it really giving us right now? Not much. I assume this modifier is only on the Emperor. Yeah. What else? An Imperial Religion, not that interesting. Agnatic, who cares? Rotating, who cares? Electorate, who cares? 3 cities, not relevant. Again, this capacity, trade capacity does not apply to us, I don't believe. Let's take a look. Nope. So I don't really see the advantage of being in here. Life, force to replicate. Who is the Holy Empire, by the way? Is it not Bohemia? No, it's von Württemberg. Ah, interesting. Okay. Maybe we do leave the HRE then. Wait a minute. They're all voting for me? Wait a minute. You what? They're all voting. All except Bohemia are voting for me right now. But I'm not a monarchy. This guy's 63. He's going to die soon. Okay. All right. Maybe we won't leave the HRE. Maybe we'll become the emperor. I hadn't noticed this at all. That's really funny. Okay. Sure. Sounds good. We're still going to fight this coalition first, though. Oh, guys. Wasberg has decided to stop ignoring the Treaty of Paris. Aren't you landlocked? What are you talking about? I muted the alert people who were ignoring it because it was basically everybody. Oh, it has lowered the... Okay, it is lowering relative to the amount of people that are ignoring it. Good. Good, okay, I'm glad. That's sensible. We just got 1+1 possible government reform, which is huge. So let's go and decide what to put there. Excuse me, we have the maximum reforms. No, we don't. I just unlocked one, buddy boy. I guess that will happen at the beginning of next month. It will update to show that. We should also start paying the army and moving the troops into position for this coalition war. So who are we fighting? This lot. So I think we should probably move to siege Burgundy and Urbino early. And we are going to be taking... This is not just a like kind of crisis management coalition war that we're about to declare. We are aiming to take land, for sure. So we will position our troops accordingly. I would like to avoid raising my levies. Why are France's troops green to me? I mean blue. Are we allies of some kind? I don't think we are. Is it because we're both signatories to the Treaty of Tordesillas or something? Curious. I'm a little concerned that France's troops are in Italy. Oh, they're fighting a war. I see. Padua. No? Is that drilling? That's some violent drilling that you've got going on. Interesting. Okay, but yes, we position to take over all of these guys nice and quickly. I will keep an eye on the Navy. The French heavies are worrying. I don't want to build any heavy ships because I really don't want to be the naval hegemon. Here we are. Because this doesn't seem that useful. None of this seems that useful. I mean, this is good, don't get me wrong, but none of it seems that useful. And it would increase the cost of court, which is already mighty, especially when we need to increase our republic power. So this is the month we have to declare, I believe. August? No, we've got a few more months, but still. We have room for that government reform now, right? No. What? How did we have an extra one? Huh? Did they remove +1 government reform from Merchant Republic? They did, and we must have been at 3 out of 4 earlier. That makes sense. I don't know why this... One of these was +1. Was it this one? One of these gave you +1. I guess it doesn't anymore. Fair enough. Never mind. A bit disappointing, but not the end of the world. So troops move into position. Then it's clobbering time. Right. Wartime, I think. Hello, Venice. Castile currently not willing to join us. Poland not willing to join us without land. Oh, Poland did wait. Poland's willing to join us. Nice. I guess their levy availability improved. Excellent. We have the numbers by some margin. We will also have the coordination. Castile won't join us because they're at war with their rebels. But they might join us after the rebels are put down. Treaties are honored. Treaties honored. Excellent. So the intention in this war is going to be... I can't... I wish I could pre-click these, but you see, it doesn't take much. So Ferrara, definitely going to become a vassal. Urbino is going to become a vassal. Verona would be the pushing it option. But I am enjoying pushing it lately. Milan would be the not possible option. Ah, damn. Can't quite get Padua, actually, or Verona. Because of the... they're just slightly too big. It's a shame. But we can get some more. We can take a little bit of land. Potentially Venice as a subject. Maybe. Why isn't this in the list? They are. No, not as a subject. But some more land and some more vassals. And, of course, the coalition nicely weakened by dint of them having been smashed around a whole bunch. We're going to go straight in for the sieges, I think. It's probably prudent. And I am going to raise the levies just to be on the safe side, really. And while it's slightly tedious, I am also going to go around and say, hey, don't raise levies in my overseas territories. Good stuff. In fact, sort this by number of people. Don't raise the 2s, the 4s. None of these matter. Anyway, to war we go. So I think this is a this patch thing. I appear to be able to build overseas trading posts in my colonies now, which is going to make us just so much money. So, I mean, I'm not complaining because that's going to be great. We're already up to 3k. Ah, it's actually less than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. We're no longer selling any gold. Ah, it's because all the gold we were selling, making ridiculous amounts of money, was coming from Bohemia. Right. Here is the fruits of our integration labor over here, by the way. Look at that. We've got a tidy little 5,500 troops coming out of the former Aragonese territories. Pretty nice. 1,000 coming out of our integrated territories down here. 3,000 coming out of North Africa. Sorry, no, more than that. These numbers are being rounded. 4,500 coming out of North Africa. Pretty good. Pretty good numbers, honestly. That 2,000 coming out of Sicily. Certainly nothing shabby about those numbers, and only going to rise, especially in North Africa and Sicily, where we're going to have more and more integration, and therefore, excuse me, larger and larger levies coming out. Should be good. Bring these guys over from the Balearics. Get them all to the front. So the main fights in this, by the way, are basically all happening in this 3-way border, which makes total sense, of course. But it's great because it's going to let me siege up all the Italian holdings. Works fine by me. First person knocked out of the war very early, but there goes Ferrara. Oh, Bohemia's army has arrived at long last in this neck of the woods. So this battle, not looking great for us, but we do have a serious tactics advantage. Casualty ratios, close, but not good enough, I think. So let's retreat back just a little and rally up with these other levies while our professionals continue their work of completing sieges. And then by our powers combined, should be able to smash that stack. Bit of a staring match going on. Positioned ourselves next to them, trying to bait them into attacking us so we don't have to push into this, what is it, farmlands? Where were we getting a terrain penalty here? Maybe they crossed a river? Oh, I guess there isn't a terrain penalty here. I assumed there was, but Jesus, look at those two commanders. Both both absolutely banging. You're going to be there at 9. You're going to be there the next day. So we will hang back just for a few hours before charging in. And this is a battle we should win. 2-to-1 odds. Yeah, they've got nothing left in the reserves. The end of the Treaty of Paris. There it goes. No matter, new treaties can be signed in its wake or no need for it. Yes, we will take more belligerent. That sounds good. Belligerent just because it reduces the antagonism gain on treaty location, taking locations. There we go. 2-to-1 casualties. That's more what I am looking for. Let's resume these sieges on Milan. Seems good. Oh, another Bohemian army present over here. How are things going for our Polish brothers? Not great so far. As long as they don't get pieced out, it's not a big deal. Ah, and Castile's finished their civil war. Excellent. Hey, Castile, come help, please. Treaties honored. Marvelous. It takes a while to build overseas trading posts. That was running for like 10 seconds before I even unpaused the recording. Remember to uncheck these, by the way, when you're trying to build stuff. Often you want them checked, but just if you're thinking just like build this everywhere, it's important to remember to uncheck these so that you don't miss out. We still have more merchant quarters to build, which is crazy. Oh, we actually don't. Okay. Oh, no, we do. It's just that it doesn't queue more than one in a location. Sometimes it does. Geez, we can fit 12 down here. Crazy talk. Can you annex people at war these days? By the by. You can, but you need to like us more. Cool. Brescia is going to be our next big integration in this region. I love fights like this where the AI has better morale than us for some reason, but their actual combat strength is far less, partly because there's way less of them, and they're just melting because they're staying in the fight for so long. We might have taken more casualties than them in that battle because it started badly for us. Nope, never mind. They took massively higher casualties. Nice. Very nice indeed. Oh, Bohemia. Bohemia, you do not want the smoke, my man. This is a mistake. You should not have walked into that. You especially should not have walked into that with a 1 topography penalty. Oh, you poor so-and-sos. There's going to be a lot of casualties. Excuse me. Hungary. I was kind of expecting you to help with this, but we have got it on our own. Oh, 7-to-1. Maybe more like 6-to-1 casualties. Oh, that's good. That's very good. What's the war goal, by the way? Venice, right, which is this region. Cool. So we will take this and then we'll have the war goal. Excellent. I'm going to turn up the game audio for a second. Listen to the noise of, I think it's overseas trading posts finishing being built. There's one. There's another. There's another. There's another. There's another. We built quite a few of them. We really did. And it's going to be a little bananas for our income. If we search up these overseas trade posts, I mean, look at them all. Absolutely hordes of them. How much trade capacity do we have now? 20 trade capacity. Mostly, it's got to be mostly overseas trading posts, right? What are we getting from the actual locals? 6. Yeah, it's mostly overseas trading posts. And we're making some money. You know, there's stuff to be exported. Some good old marble to Seville from here. Nice. Big invention of the dry dock, which gives 0.15 harbour capacity and 32 monthly sailors in every province we build it in. And as you can see, we got a lot of coastal towns and cities. So, you know what time it is? It's hands up. We gotta build a lot. Time to start knocking people out of this war, I think. Milan, you can go. I'm tempted to take more land off you, but I think we should save it and use it for vassalizations. It's just more efficient. So just war reps and some cash will do for you, Milan. With that done, you can skulk off back into irrelevance before we come for you next war. Or maybe the war after that. Big Bohemian stack has arrived. We pieced out Verona. But yeah, big Bohemian stack has arrived. And unfortunately, we can't get the war goal because Naples is sieging it. At least part of it. So we're just trying to look for a good fight to take, basically, against these Bohemians. I'm not interested in this one because there's a -3 penalty. But maybe we should get in there anyway, because it looks like... Well, maybe we don't need to even, because the Hungarians are winning it for us. Where are you going? Sedna. Hey, perfect! They're going to knock the Neapolitans off the siege. Oh, maybe not. You're probably not at war with Bohemia in your conflict. Yeah, indeed, they're not. Nuts. In which case, let's push forwards. Let's try and take this fight against the Bohemian army that's here. Whoops. I clicked through that slightly fast. I didn't see what happened with that colonial disaster pop up. Where are you going? Udin? Oh, and they did win over here. Absolutely fantastic work, Hungarian allies. Let's see if we can catch them over here. No luck. Looks like they're sprung. We'll just go for the sieges, I guess. Get this area under control. Just realized I was spreading out to siege Aquila. Aquila's not in the war, buddy. In fact, they're not even that antagonistic against us. We should probably work towards piecing them out. Oh, not piecing them out, sorry. Getting their antagonism down. This won't help with that, but we're going to do it anyway. There's a Bino. Yoinked. Excellent. Now, in terms of what we're going to get from Bohemia, can we break their treaties? It doesn't look like it. Aha, we can annul all treaties with France. Let's go. Okay, that's the objective. Fantastic. Only costs 10 as well. And then we would like not release. No. Why can't I steal this subject from them? I've occupied the capital. It's not in the dismantle forts menu. It's not in... Ah, it's probably in here. No? Interesting. Well, maybe we just take it then. Oh, that's so expensive. No, that's too expensive. Is it because it's a what do you call it, an appendage? Maybe? Interesting. Well, in which case we'd go with a release or a Magna, and then we can get them in a separate war. And the same with this one, Trentine. 58 war score, not going to happen. Maybe just a small bit of land. A small bit of land for us, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see. In Padua, we've already established we can't vassalize you. Oh no, we can vassalize you, and in fact, we almost can do it already. Amazing. All right, that's a good pickup. Padua is a pretty big city. 100,000 there and 60,000 in Treviso. Nice. I think I'm going to do this. I can't vassalize Burgundy for whatever reason. Maybe I can't vassalize separate secondary participants in a coalition war. Is my only guess. But I'm going to just take all of Burgundy, I think. And it's going to be, you know, people aren't going to love it. But it's doable. It's doable. Plus, approaching nice borders here. Needs a little bit of land off France. Hey, France, do you want to sell me that province? I'm guessing no, but approaching nice borders. Nicer, of course, when it's like, what would the final border, not the final, but like the pretty border be? Like there? Something like that, I think. Would be pretty nice. All right, so begins the Bohemian phase of the war. The armies are heading north. We're going to be seizing... Oh, hang on. Is Lower Bavaria in the war? No, okay. We're going to be seizing... Ah, it's this guy that's in the war, right? Upper Bavaria. We're going to be seizing these province capitals, which I think we can then use to provide food as we then march east towards Prague. Because I think in order to actually peace out Bohemia, if we want to be getting them to relinquish their control in Italy, it's going to take some serious war score. Actually, this angle of attack seems much more sensible. We're going to come in from here. Get ourselves in there. Seems good. Oh, a new rival, huh? I mean, Bohemia would make sense. We can rival Venice. Sure, let's rival Venice. I don't really know what rivals do these days. Doesn't seem like much. The frontline warfare is going pretty well. We advance as one. Nice. Naples took the province that was causing that war goal issue. So now we have the ticking. Excellent. I love bringing cannons to these sieges. It's so satisfying after having those slow ones. Did you see that? That siege went from -35 to 0%. Oh, yes. Holy shit. Oh, people do not want to live in Malta. Look at that migration. That is a little crazy. So I haven't actually used any camp followers yet, which are how you increase the food storage. I wonder how many we need to like if our sieges take about a year at the moment. I guess we just need a year's worth of food. Makes sense. We can that's doable. We can probably do that. How much do these guys store? You carry 1 food. 1. So one of our armies would need 66. That can't be right. 66 for 1 month? I hope that's not right. Maybe it's more complicated than that. Surely, surely you can carry more than 1. Tell me I don't have to recruit 50 of these. Do these take manpower upkeep? They do. That seems bananas. Maybe when I merge them into the general army, it'll change like the food consumption rate or something. But you need 1 camp follower per 2 halberdiers? That's insane. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it somehow. Their massive food consumption number is because they were above the supply limit. A more reasonable number is this. Okay, good. So it only takes about 3 per month. So for a year, we'd need... I mean, it's still quite a lot. For a year, we'd need kind of 36. That's a lot, isn't it? 36 for a year of food on an offensive siege stack? That's not going to happen. Disband it, to be honest. That's just not going to happen. We'll just keep our supply lines stable, I think. The Ottomans would like a loan. Yearly interest of 2.5? Are you kidding me? Hit him with the usury. No, I'm not signing it. I'm not going to give a loan to the Ottomans. A ridiculous idea. 10% interest minimum. Hang on. Emperor just died. They're voting for me. Will persist until the following criteria are met. 1 candidate has at least 50% of the vote. I mean, I do. I very much do. But I don't think I can be emperor. With no conclusive vote. Only countries are considered. So where do we see duties and duties of the emperor? Why are they voting for me if I can't be the emperor? That's what I want to know. Maybe when the month ends, they'll like recalculate and go like, oh wait, he can't be the emperor. Hang on, lots of pop-ups. Right, bug reported. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be Tellurian Empire. As funny as it would be. We do have 50% of the vote though. So it seems unfair. Who says we can't be ruler? I think maybe it's because we have this weird situation where we have like 2 different succession laws seem to be active at the same time. With this whole rule for life thing. We're allowed to royal marry and we rule for life. We're basically a king. Give me the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, France is kind of going ham with their tiny little connection in here, huh? We should We should be colonial chartering behind them. Oh, sorry, but not from there, because we have some people there, but we need to send colonial charters from places where we have actually got pops of our culture and our religion. But yeah, we need to try and hem them in so they don't get, you know, all of this land colonized. But we'll take it off them in the next war with them. That's fine. Well, will we? I mean, realistically, we'll probably rather do it somewhere else, but rather take more important land from over here. But certainly in the fullness of time, we shall be taking it off them. Yeah, some improved relations to avoid coalition members, I think, is on the docket for now. Yoink! Stolen the mantle of Biscow, the cornet of Praha, the bear or cow, and vibrant time. Hell yeah. Poor government policies. You're wrong, but I'll pretend you're right just to save some loyalty. So hey Prague, and by Prague I mean Bohemia. Ready to accept my terms yet? I really would like war efts from you as well. So what was I demanding? Seizing this land direct. No, seizing this land. We really shouldn't seize land, should we? Why can't I take your subjects? Maybe it's a bug. Maybe I should report it. I'll report it just in case it's a bug. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Padua. Yeah, we'll take Padua as a vassal. It's going to cause 12, but it says it's going to cause 50. But it's actually going to cause, for the people that matter, somewhere between 35 really on Padua is the most impactful in there. Cool, we'll take that, we'll take that. We will humiliate. No, can't afford that. We'll just take the war efts then. Excuse me, the war efts. There we go. Nice. Good stuff. Antagonism. Yeah, basically, honestly, even if most of the HRE joined right now, I think we'd be fine. Because these guys, well, I was going to say they don't have many troops, but it's not, if that number is correct, it's not inconsequential. Yeah, I mean, it's not nothing. It's definitely not nothing. Okay, anyone else we can sever peace in this war? Is there an easy way for me to tell that? Perhaps people with lower war enthusiasm, like you, sir. You can go. By all means, give me some money. Give me some war efts. I don't think I care to vassalize you. So you can just go. Anyone else with low war enthusiasm? Yes, but I think these are all vassals of Bohemia. And glancing down this list, Friesland, you're probably not. Ah, Friesland is a vassal of Bohemia. Interesting. So, the question is, do we still sever peace Bohemia? And I think we do. I think we don't take this land. What we do though... dismantling forts is so expensive. I really wish we could transfer Modena. How bad would it be again? To yoink? It's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't think we can really do that. Not in... not with them being non-primary. Messing with the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah. What's this? 40% from? Antagonism received 40%? Doesn't seem to be saying them not being the target is actually making a difference. But yeah, I think releasing makes more sense. So what are we doing? Releasing them. How much does annul treaties with France pay war reps? And then if we were to take money, we could take 4 grand. I don't think that's worth it. So I think that's what we're pushing for. And then I can go to bed. Ooh, hello. Good timing. The Lutheran Reformation. A bunch of people in Savona become Lutheran. Thoughts of disapproval amongst the Catholic Church are spreading across Europe. Lutheran is now enabled, and the Reformation situation has started right next to our capital. Ooh, and it's constructing preachers which convert 1% a month. Wow. I am very tempted to embrace it. It seems fun, right? Would probably really annoy our allies, though. So let's at least get out of this war first. And what are the traits of Lutheranism? You get 5% happiness, monthly religious influence. What do you do with your religious influence when you're Lutheran? And 5% tax efficiency. The fact that it would let me become an empire is very appealing to me, but only time will tell what it might bring. Let's see what kind of events and stuff this fires. We have to have the War of Religions has to have ended, and the Council of Trent situation has ended. Okay. Interesting. Let's just win this war quickly, and then tomorrow when I play I'll enjoy the Reformation. Okay, there we go. And we will just take this fort here, because that'll make it easier to fight them next time. But I think that is just about the piece that we want. Annul treaties with France. Boom. And now if we were to declare directly on France, who would help us? Hungary. Border distance. No, they would do it if they weren't at war. Poland. They would do it if they weren't at war. Wait, would they? No, they wouldn't. But Hungary would, and I'm sure we can get Castile too. Yeah. Hungary, us, Castile versus France, we can take them. Nice. So now, oh, there are loads of other people still in this war. Interesting. Well, let's do a quick rundown, see if any of them are willing to give us anything. You'll give us some money, sure. one little tick of ducats. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt. Anyone else here willing to give us something? Not looking very likely. Oh, I thought about war enthusiasm, so of course they're not. All right, Venice. Vassalize you. It's a lot, but I think we're going to do it because I need to keep expanding in Italy. We can't just stall out on our expansion. Let's just, I mean, I'm going to check the A map mode afterwards and see if it's outrageous. That's the feature. I don't know how they would do it, but I would love the ability to check the A map mode before you peace out of a war. Like, what would this... You hover here, and then it shows you on the map what that would mean. But there we go. Boom. There we go. So, antagonism. Manageable. Honestly, highly manageable. We've just got basically this lot eligible to join a coalition, and obviously the North Africans that were already very unhappy with us. Morocco, yeah, Morocco is definitely going to join the coalition. So we'll need to aggressively go after the North Africans in order to avoid them totally screwing us over. But really, I think that went pretty well. It was a pretty successful war in my book. Broke up the Bohemian-French alliance. For how long, of course, I can't say. I feel like it's likely to come back. We got an event that cost us 17,000 ducats in order to avoid losing 5 points of innovative, by the way. And so, of course, naturally, I paid it. I pay it gladly. So we're getting pretty close to full dominance in Italy here. Romagna, Ravenna, and then the Bohemian, Milan and the Bohemian subjects are the last ones remaining. But I think a war on Romagna next before they can join the coalition, hopefully, will be our next move. But in the next episode, we need to deal with the situation. There are 4 Lutheran preachers currently active, which are those buildings that they build. And we are going to see, yeah, Lutheranism. Holy crap, already crazy amounts of them. Interesting. How many have we got in the capital? None in the capital yet, but we'll see when they build more. Where else are they building them? But yeah, we'll have to explore what the mechanics are. We should probably embrace it just to see what the process and mechanics are, honestly. And it would kind of be fun. But I think maybe we call everyone against France first. Anyway, I gotta go to bed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.